Multiple oil refineries have been taken offline from massive fires and explosions that have hit them, and this is resulting in hundreds of thousands of barrels of oil per day being taken offline. These are new stories that have just happened. One of them is in Texas and one is in Colorado. So let's get into what's going on here. And we can see from this headline, refinery fire, at least 6 people injured on Highway 136 between Borger and Stinnett closed for hours from this refinery fire. And this is coming out of Texas. Hundreds of thousands of barrels of oil per day have been shut down. And there's also been another refinery fire in Colorado, and gas prices have gone up from it already. We will get to that in just a second. But we can see here this plant produces approximately 149,000 barrels per day. This is coming out of Reuters and saying this is out of Houston, Texas, coming out of Reuters here. And you can see at least 6 people were injured by an explosion and fire at the Phillips 66 Borger complex. The City of Borger Hutchinson County Office of Emergency Management said the fire was first reported at 10:15 a.m. Emergency personnel, including the Borger Fire Department, responded. As of 2:30 p.m., the fire was out. So let's get into some pictures here, because this was a massive refinery fire that happened in Texas, and you can see here massive explosion that happened, and they had a ton of fire crews on the scene to put this fire out. Thankfully they were able to put it out, but this is going to take this refinery offline that produces 150,000 barrels per day. And another one in Colorado is also suffering the same fate. All right, so we can see here massive explosions. Here's a different angle of this refinery, and you can see they have multiple crews working to put out this fire. And here's a further zoomed out angle of this refinery. You can see this fire from miles away out in the Texas desert out there. All right, so just another string. We saw a massive pipeline, a Colonial pipeline, being shut down just a couple weeks ago from a leak. This was on the East Coast in Virginia. This happened, and it transferred almost 900,000 barrels per day of oil, and that was shut down just a couple weeks ago as well. That was a pipeline, not a refinery. But we keep seeing, and that's not the Keystone one. The Keystone one was in Kansas. That was a couple months ago in December or late November, around there. That was another one that was shut down. All right, another massive oil pipeline. So we keep seeing these things have incidents, and we keep seeing them shut down. It could just be a complete coincidence. All right, that could be what's happening. It could just be our infrastructure is getting old, right, and it's failing. But we also could see, especially with these pipelines, these leaks are very suspicious, and we could see more attacks. We've already seen attacks on substations and things like that as well. So we also see another refinery in Colorado has been shut down as well. So the Suncor refinery shut down after equipment damage. The company said they anticipate a return to full operations by the end of March. And this is already causing gas prices to go up in Colorado. You can see here rising gas prices in Colorado after refinery shutdown, impacting drivers and petroleum companies. And here's some details of the Suncor refinery fire. It says the Suncor refinery in Commerce City is temporarily shut down after sustaining equipment damage on Saturday, the company said Thursday. 2 workers were injured as a result of the fire at the refinery around 10:50 a.m. Saturday, the company said. They were both taken to a hospital, and there's no word on their current condition. I believe they were fine. This was a couple weeks ago or last week when this happened. And you can see here the Suncor's Commerce City plant refines 98,000 barrels of crude oil per day, producing 35 to 40% of all the gasoline used in Colorado. All right, so 30 to 40% of the gasoline in Colorado being refined has already been shut off. And now a Texas refinery producing even more barrels, all right, producing 150,000 barrels per day, has been shut off as well. So close to 250,000 barrels per day of crude oil refining has been taken offline. And I thought this Colorado one was very strange because it was a massive fire and it was from mechanical failure of the equipment freezing in Colorado. You remember this massive blizzard and massive freeze that went through? I remember where I was, it was getting into the negative 20 degrees, just solid temperature, and the real feel, the wind chill was negative 40. So it was very cold, but it's also Colorado. How was this refinery not already fortified and ready to withstand cold temperatures in Colorado? And it's such a critical refinery. It accounts for 35 to 40% of all the gasoline used in Colorado. And for some reason, a winter storm was able to knock it out. It really doesn't make sense. How was the infrastructure not more fortified in Colorado for this storm, all right? And they're still trying to figure out what exactly caused this Texas one. That is under investigation. This just happened today. But they're saying that this Suncor one in Colorado was from freeze damage, and they're saying even it's shrouded in secrecy, a lot of the damage, and they're not exactly sure what is going on. A lot of it hasn't been released, and they're waiting till March to get it back online. That's a long time to have it shut down, from early January, late December, all the way to March. That is months to have a refinery shut down at a critical moment. All right, and now this Texas one is being hit too, and gas prices have already gone up in Colorado. So look for gas prices to go up in Texas as well, and surrounding states around Texas. We could see gas prices go up a little bit in reaction to these refineries being taken offline, because it's one thing the pipelines transfer the oil, but we can transfer the oil different ways, with ships and with trucks. There's other ways to transport it. But when the refineries are taken offline, that is a key source of the oil, and that's completely taking a chunk of the source offline. So the pipelines are important too, but the refineries are even more important, because that's where the oil comes from. That's the source of the oil, of the gas, of the energy, and that's what we need the most. There's other ways you can get around the pipeline. You can't get around the refinery. You can't build a new refinery overnight or get it back online overnight. They're saying the one in Colorado is going to take till March, bare minimum, and this one in Texas could take months to get online as well. So let me know what you guys think about this. Go check out my video from yesterday. All right, over 1,000 ships have been stranded because their technology has suffered a cyber attack. Also, go check out my membership website, all right? A ton of videos are posted on there. I'm posting on there every day. Go check it out. Use code FOUNDERS to get 50% off. I'm posting on there every day, and I'm going to be posting on there every day when I'm posting on here too. All right, so hit that like, hit that thumbs up, guys. Hit that sub too. Thank you guys for all your support. Thank you guys for all your comments. And you guys have a big old, amazing, blessed day.